My apologies. I was talking that entire time, but apparently the audio was not working because my OBS decided to reset its settings for no apparent reason. Anyways, welcome to the opening round of the Season 13 Evolution Racing Academy Server 2 action. And we're here at Zolder. And right now we're riding with Mr. Brightly. And it's going a little bit badly for him. Let's broadcast up here. And if we could, I would love to get a track map. Let's see here. Car 20. You have been voluntold. Maybe not. Maybe not. Richard Oaks. It would have been a good one, actually. Alright. Let's see here. Car 200 is the one we're on right now. Actually, looking at the wrong place here. I need car 23. Car 23, you have been volunteered. Oh, Sean Young. He's in the Porsche this season. Alright, time to take ourselves through a lap of Zolder here. I don't know the turn names. I'm going to warn you about that right now. Off the top of my head. I used to. I know one's called Phil. Anyways, through turn 1 we go. Into turn 2 here, the right-hander. Ride with Sean Young, the reigning Iron Champion. Looking to defend his belt. Another Iron season here, this time with the Porsche. Last time it was with the BMW, which is an interesting change. Porsche to BMW, that's a pretty big difference. Oh, there is a Nissan, by the way. For our loyal viewer, RC, the Gingerbach in chat. She was asking earlier if there was going to be a Nissan, and there indeed is. I see. It's Mr. Milestone. I believe that is actually Villeneuve going through there. That's the 95 car through. Like a gentleman. Pardon me, the 404. Sitting in the one part of the track now. Here we go through the last little bit here. You know, it's a lot more boring. I should have popped up a track map. It's kind of weird because I know the turn names. I know them visibly, or I know the turns visually. I just don't know. There's a final chicane here. And that is going to be a lap of the Zolder circuit here as we're in practice. So for the remainder of practice, all we're going to do is kind of admire the new liveries. Check out what's going on. Broadcast mode. Give me the helicam. Oh. Well, there is a livery that I almost certainly do not have correct. Sean Young sporting a black Porsche. That is rubber on the face. Richard Oaks, trusted Russ Buckets, is back. What about Matt Gale? No longer in the Porky car. He is sporting the Nissan. We got a couple of Nissans. We got Matt Gale. We got Miles Stone. Plain but effective livery. There's Milestone's take on it. I like this one. So we get a bit of a better livery. Listen to it. That looks nice. I'm a sucker for a green livery. Green and orange, these are the things I'm suckers for. Then we have Murasanu in the Bentley. Oh, I love that! That looks a lot like the, there's a reason. That is sweet. Chef's kiss. That is gorgeous. Brandon Harvey, who's got to be my favorite for the Iron Cup this season. Wise Racing, which is a team that Freddie Merley won the Silver Championship for last season. Fun. We've also got Isaac Jordan. He has moved over into the Mercedes this season, sporting the Sky livery. That's a classic. 404. Newcomer, Adri Gottschalk. I'm sorry, I'm gonna butcher that. I apologize. But anyways, in the Aston Martin there, the 293 car. He's a silver engine. Matthias Wiedemann. We loved his livery last season with the Lamborghini, and you know what? I don't have any objections to that livery right there. The BMW. That looks nice. Looks very much like the old school Lambo livery they had. I appreciate that. Idris Cahill. Last season, Mr. Cahill sported the Lego car. This season, he is in the BMW. So he's moved over from Ferrari. And there you can see the livery there. A lot of BMWs in the field. Mersana, we looked at newcomer Aurel Ja, representing Ferrari and France. I think he's that red car in the background. Very standard Ferrari, although more of a maroon. Another newcomer is Jack Biddle. He is representing the Honda NSX crew this season. And you don't see a lot of Hondas. I think we had all of 2 last season. So it's good to see him in the field and that car, specifically that car in the field. Continuing on, we have Cedric Muir. Cedric ran a Porsche last season, and he's moved over to Ferrari this season by the looks of it. I believe he is that golden Ferrari. Yep, that is him. It's going in gold. I think there's a lot of liveries that are not working, though, properly, because a lot of these are, like, very in-game custom. Bearded X Badass is back. Bearded, you disappoint me. You moved over from Audi to BMW. Unacceptable. In fact, are there any Audis in the field? I'm going to be really disappointed here to see Audis. Well, there is one. There is one. There is one. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. All right. That's appreciated. We do at least have one in the field. Also in the field, we have Ferrari, a returnee in Ferrari. Oh, Nelson, that's a little bit rude. Nelson Ambrososa. Ambra is in the field, back with Scuderia Ferrari once again. Good to see that. Newcomer, Kieran Rolf. Team Turtles in the McLaren. He is letting some people through there. That's just a black one there, so that is probably a broken livery. I'll have to investigate this for round 2, because it looks like there's a lot. We have L. Perry, same livery as last season, but he has moved over to the Nissan project. Instant fan base with RC. Who else do we have in the field here? Trying to get everybody a little spotlight. Of course, people are moving around as they put up laps. Here's another newcomer. We have an Indian driver, Sahil Midha, representing the McLaren. I like that livery. It's got some promise. I think I'll enjoy that. What else we got? A lot of new faces, which is good. Chris Stancer's back for another season. Once again with a very classic yellow McLaren livery. Different from last season. We also have the BMW of Dennis Hook joining the Wise Racing team. Wise Racing may have become my favorite team off of that right there. So that is the thing. Another newcomer is Nathan Gray. He's in a BMW, number 95. I'm not sure which of this it is. It could be this. It could be the like aqua colored one there, or teal colored one there in the middle, which does look very nice. So that's nice. Oh, we have a chat message. Saving to get a wheel so I can compete in this community. Can't wait, man. Hey. You can compete without a wheel. Actually, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. Evolution Racing Academy may require a wheel. Other people are coming to the pits. I'm looking for people out on track. Tobias Wagner is back for another season. The Shiny Capybaras racing team. That's an Aston Martin he's running there. The V8 Vantage. Let's see. Who else is out on track? No one else is out on track that I haven't already given the spot. Oh, hang on. I'm wrong. Robert Volt. Last season ran a Porsche, and this season is here in the Aston Martin. It's good to see. I'm liking the variety of cars. I'm liking that there's some cars that last season were very absent from the field that are back. I'm looking specifically at the Nissan as a big one there. There's also a couple of Aston Martins that we didn't have last season. There are some people missing from the field. They could have been promoted to Server 1. That's an option. Samuel Jardine is here in the Honda. Adam Stewart's in the BMW. Another new face is Pagan. A couple of Mustangs, which we didn't get a look at, but they're in the pits right now. Professional Hater will be driving one of those as well. A quick review of the champions from last season. In the silver category, Freddie Murley won the title. I do believe Freddie has been promoted into Server 1, so he will not be defending his belt. The bronze title was won by Jeffrey Bacher last season. He is back, but he may have gotten a promotion. Let me see if I can find him real quick. He's the number 3 car. By the way, the iron cars will head out fast. Okay, so Bacher will be trying to defend his bronze title. That'll be interesting, and we already saw Sean Young, so he'll be trying to defend the iron belt. So, 2 of our champions are back. And we're waiting to see who goes out first here of the irons. They get first crack at the track. You know, they get a nice and empty track. The silvers are not there. The bronzes are not there. But the track usually is a little bit slow. So our first man on the track is the number 400 car, Matthias Wiedemann. I really liked his livery last season in the Lamborghini. And I'm a little disappointed to see him in the BMW just because there's a lot of BMWs. But it's good to see him back, and he's got himself a very, very nice looking livery as well. I'm going to quickly mute my microphone and do a little bit of audio listening just to see. If there's a problem with the audio, please let me know. We're going to find out later. I feel a little quiet, so let me move the microphone a bit closer to my face here. Let's try that. Hopefully that is a win. Okay, I'm fairly happy with that. Please let me know if you guys are having any problems with the audio, and I will do what I can to adjust it. Sometimes there's not going to be anything I can do. Sometimes there will be. Thank you, Samuel King. Keep in mind, though, this happened last season. There was one moment where somebody was complaining about voices in the background. That is the game. Sometimes when you're in the pits, you will hear like a PA announcement going off. So that's a very specific situation. So we have had no time lap done yet. Let's see what happens here. Sean Young's out there. Brandon Harvey's out there. Rolf's out there. Pat Fortune's out there. Lou Wez is out there. Zur, that's a new face. Hey, Felix Kramerich is here. That's good. Ventnor, Hines, they're new. A lot of new faces. Gray, Wagner, Boris is back. Bhutan is a new face. Sully's a new face. Raman's a new face. Anson's a new face. Tons of new faces, which is absolutely awesome. I believe Wiedemann is still going to be our first guy to put... Oh, no, there's somebody ahead of him. No, they're not on a hot lap. All right, so I'm pretty sure it will be... I'm pretty sure Wiedemann is going to be our first to put up a timed lap. So we'll see what he can do here. The Cyber Racing BMW. It looks like the Cyber Racing crew is a new team that is formed here. A couple of veteran drivers too, like Wiedemann in the team. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do. Having teammates, obviously, a big deal. You can trade data, you can trade setups, you can learn from each other. It's a massive upside. So let's see what the number 400 car can do here. And he comes across the line. He wasn't the first one, actually. We had Young and Rolf did times as well. But second place for Wiedemann at the moment. I'm looking to see. There's a couple other people coming across the line. Lou Wez just went 5th quickest, although not a very good lap. Raman and Hansen as well are quite a bit off the pace. The issue with the early laps is that I'm not sure who's actually near the end of their lap and who's actually on a good lap. So that'll be interesting. Because the delta's off. Rolf's on a good lap. Let's see what Kieran Rolf, newcomer to the series. Team Turtles represented with the McLaren 720S. He's made a mistake, actually, that I went to. Caster's Curse. Caster's Curse is a thing, everybody. Felix Kramerich The Croatian driver right in the Rothmans. Hey, I recognize that livery from my childhood. Very early 90s Williams car. Very nice. I love it. Driving a Porsche. I'm not really sure if the Porsche lines really suit the car or the livery, but hey, it looks good. It looks good, Felix. He's on a lap here that is gonna be a bit of an improvement, but he's probably gonna just stick in 6th place for the time being. He's quite a ways behind Heinz. I do not know Heinz's first name. He's new. I will be working on the names as we go along here, try to figure things out, try to get it all right. Bear with me. We have a lot of iron cars this season. I don't think I've ever seen this many iron cars in a server. The red number plate, those are the iron cars, and there's a lot of them. There's like, I don't know, 15, 16 of them. Anyways, Kramer's just going to come across the line. He is going to improve his time and jump Tobias Wagner for 6th place. The iron cars are the slowest in the field. Brandon Harvey. He's got a good lap going, but he's hit a bit of problem here. He's got Wiedemann in front of him, who's kind of providing a bit of a roadblock. So Wiedemann gets out of the way. That's good. And there was also that spun car. Yeah, he's already lost the improvement here. On a good one here is Nathan Gray, racing for Velox. He is a Mercedes driver there, that white Mercedes, which is very fetching. Pardon me, he's the BMW. My apologies. I had the wrong car. I like that livery. I do think there's like maybe a little bit of a problem with too many BMWs. He's lost it. Also on a good lap is Bo Zer representing Iron Lynx. Interesting that he's representing Iron Lynx, or pardon me, I shouldn't assume gender, but representing Iron Lynx, but really not racing, not a very Iron Lynxy car. This is a Lamborghini. There's a couple Lamborghinis out in the field. That's good. Good to see. Oh, he's 8/10 faster. Wow, this is going to be a much better lap for him. That being said, he's not going to move up because he is over a second behind Bhutan in the other Lambo. But still, great to see signs of improvement. Even if it is, you know, fighting against a very large deficit. Coming across the line, and that is indeed about a 6/10 improvement. Actually does jump Benson in the standings there. Who's on a good lap here? We've got Thomas Boris, pardon me. Trevor Boris is a comedian. In the Lipton McLaren 720S, which appears to have a broken livery, unfortunately. This is a threat for pole position right now. It should be mentioned the current pole setter, Brandon Harvey, is on a faster lap than he's got up here, though, so it may not matter. But he is 7/10 up right now. As it stands, this would be pole position right now. See if we can keep it going. I'm hoping to get Boris's livery working because last season he had a killer livery, and I appreciate that. Harvey does improve his time, and can Boris get it? No. 0.063 off of pole position here for Thomas Boris. We got a really good lap going right now for Andreas Hansen in the BMW, in the Mercedes. Across the line in 12th place, a big improvement for him. And Boris is on a good one again. He's up 3/10. This would be pole position. Let's see what he can do here. See what he can do. And Boris take the pole. Made a mistake through there. He's still in the ballpark though. Lost a bit of time though. See if he can make it back. He's back in the green. Not enough to take pole. That's going to ruin it. He had a little squiggle there, a little snap oversteer. Sean Young's on a good one. Sean is, of course, the reigning Iron Champion. Did it more through consistency than speed last season. Sean is a very consistent driver who's going to a lot of the time maximize what is on offer. Right now, his lap time would only keep him in 4th place, but it is a notable improvement about 6/10 actually. Might have a chance at Wiedemann. Made a little bit of mistake there in the final section. And yeah, it's an improved lap time, but not an improved position. Nathan Gray in the BMW. Up a little bit, slight improvement here. But nothing extreme. Still, about a 10th. Remains in the same position. The irons are coming towards the end here, and the bronzes will be heading out on track shortly. There's a couple actually already rolling out there, including Hook, Marood, Bearded Ex-Badass, Matthew East, Robert Volt, Idris Cahill, and Adam Stewart, as well as... Oh, wait, is this... It's John Springs! ESR's John Springs! He's in another community with me. Awesome! Awesome to see John in the field. It's particularly awesome for me because I've raced against John like a number of times. I know how fast he is, and that always kind of like, that's nice. That gives me an idea of like, where would I be in the field? The answer is probably bronze. Probably, if you want to know, probably that area. I'm around the pace of one Adam Stewart. John Spriggs kicks my butt, so he is too fast for me. So, probably be in the same class right now. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you. I do not really do Christmas. I'm a pretty non-religious person, and as such, I grew up without like really any kind of like Christmas thing. But you know, I enjoyed the time off. I enjoyed a couple of turkey dinners, and you know, it was all good. And I'm happy to be back. John Spriggs has joined the Wise Racing team. I'm gonna be honest. I've been cheering for the Wise Racing team a lot. You race too? I just thought it might be like but the case. Yeah, I do race. I have a sim rig over right beside me to my right-hand side. And I've never raced with Evolution Racing Academy. I was brought here strictly as a commentator by Adam Stewart. He recommended me, and that popped me in. But no, I race. I do endurance racing. I do sprint racing. I play ACC. I play Race Room Racing Experience. I do a little bit of regular AC as well. Basically a little bit of everything, honestly, except for iRacing. Won't touch iRacing. Become horribly addicted to it. And you'd never see me again. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the Audi R8 in this game. That's my car of choice. But also the Lexus, the BMW. I don't mind the Aston Martin. I did a whole season in ESR with the Honda NSX. It did actually pretty well, all things considered, but it's been a long time. Still waiting for my new rig, then I'll compete in this community. Well, Max, I look forward to seeing you out on track, or if you're a Server 1 guy, I won't see you, but good luck. Waiting here for the bronzes to kind of like kick it off and get things going, and so far Dennis Hook is the class of the class, but it is still Brandon Harvey holding the pole position there for the Iron Boys. Right now we're going to stick with John Spriggs. He's on a good one. He's about a half second up right now. He's actually on a pace to take pole here if he keeps this up. The only car I really do not like is the Porsche, personally. I'm not a fan of the Porsche. Okay, that's not true. That's not true. I'm also not really a big fan of the Bentley, and I'm not a big fan of not a huge Ferrari guy. They're a little bit soft spots, but I could drive. I could drive anything. Actually, recently did a 24-hour race 24 Hours of Valencia. We raced a BMW M6 in conjunction with the BMW dealership that was sponsoring us down in Australia. And we picked up 5th place in class. There was a protest to try to get us put down to 6th place. It wasn't a protest against us. It was a protest against some of the BOPing that was applied to some of the cars. Specifically the Ferrari, by the way. Hook has taken pole, and Spriggs is now into 2nd place. And there's a really great lap going here for newcomer Arl Ja in the Ferrari. This is not going to be pole or anything, but this should be a top 5 time here if you can keep this this pace up. Coming to the line here. Moves into 4th place. Very nice. And also going on a hot one right now is reigning bronze champion Jeffrey Bacher in the Audi. Go, Jeffrey! Let's go! It'll be Wise Racing and Jeffrey Bacher getting all the cheering today. I'm sorry. I will shamelessly cheer for the Audi. In the field. Last season, I didn't have much to cheer for with the Audis. Bearded X Badass was the only one, and he was not performing terribly well. So put it that way. And of course, yeah, Zilla, yeah. We know. We will have some Zilla cheering in the chat with RC Gingerbach and her love of the Nissans. 10th place for Bacher. Doesn't look all that quick right now. Speaking of Bearded X Badass, he's got a pretty good lap going here in the BMW. Coming towards the end of the lap here, he'll probably move up into the top 5 with this one. 3rd place, there you go. Bearded X Badass, BMW dominance at the front. Hook, Spriggs, and Bearded and Harvey. Top 4, all BMW M6s. M4s, pardon me. Aurelian Jaw just broke up the party there. I was trying to get with him, but there you go. Adam Stewart's on a 10th up lap right now. Currently 15th place. This would put him up into about 12th if he can keep it going. He is Wise Racing as well, joining Brandon Harvey, joining John Spriggs and company. How do you split servers work? Is it different skill levels? It is different skill levels. If you watch the server 1, you will see the platinum, gold, and diamond. I want to say diamond drivers. And in the obviously in this series, in this split, we have silvers, bronze, and irons. So this is the slower of the 2 servers. Now let me verify that there is a diamond. Yep. Diamond, platinum, and gold over in server. Can confirm. So those are the real speedsters of the field. These are the more human people. Stewart's up about a second here, actually. More than a second. Should jump up quite a bit, actually. Should be top 10. There you go, 8th place. The BMWs are doing really, really, really well today. Like, absolutely dominant. Like, broken dominance. In fairness, I don't want to say it's just the car, because, frankly, you know, the guys driving the BMWs are like really talented drivers. Spriggs, Hooks. These are you know, Adam Stewart. These are top-notch people. Idris Cahill's at a BMW as well. But I would say that it does look like it is at least is partially the car, because Bearded X Badass either has gotten on his horse and improved a lot in the off season, or the M4's has got a little bit of drive to it. We'll see what happens. No one really moving up a ton right now. We got Jeffrey Bacher doing a pretty decent lap. This should move him up should threaten the top 10 here. Making his way around in the Audi R8. Is that the only Audi in the field? That is the only Audi in the field. So Jeffrey, you've got the commentator love. I don't know why the Audi is not more popular. I know it's not super well BOP'd or anything, but I think it's an underrated car. Those ain't the Seeing if anybody else is on a belter right now. Dennis Hook's doing pretty well in the side. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Not the case now. to say, he did have a decent lap going there. Shanu Murasanu has it's a good lap, but it's also illegal. So, there's a problem there. I'm going to take a drink here real quick. I see a lot more flags are functional this season, which is nice. For those who are unaware, unfortunately, when you run an entry an entry list on a server in ACC, the driver's national flag gets overwritten and it becomes blank. You have to go in and manually assign the flag to the driver. Unfortunately, I don't know why that is. That seems, frankly, fairly dumb, but it is the case. Anyways, we got the Silvers taking to the track now. They are the fastest drivers in the field. A couple of new faces in the Silver department, so it's interesting to see that. Interesting note, bronze driver Professional Hater in the 992 Mustang has elected to not post a lap time. So either he has some kind of real-life aggro going on right now, or he is kind of voluntarily starting from the back. We'll see how that goes. He's a really quick guy on a single lap, so that's, I think, a big disadvantage. The only bronze driver finishing up a lap right now is Murasanu, so we'll stick with him in the Bentley. Let's see what the 9-1 can do. Oh, very wide. That's illegal. All right, let's have a look at our Silver drivers. Gonna look for them. We got Milestone in the BMW. Pardon me, in the Nissan. I know who's cheering for them. We have the Ford Mustang of Thomas Hagen. Hagen's a new face to the field. I don't know if he's a demoted driver from Server 1 or if he is a newcomer. Samuel Jardine has moved over from Lexus to rival Honda this season. We got Richard Oakes in his classic Rust Bucket Porsche. We got newcomer Sahil Midha in the McLaren 720S. Kevin Shepard, I'm hoping to see do a full season for Ashcroft Racing. He did very, very well last season when he was actually in attendance. And it would be good to see him out there fighting for the title. We got Matt Gale in the Gale Force Nissan as well. We got Kerry Pattinen, who was swapped over to... no, he's still with Lamborghini this season. There he is. We have newcomer Jack Biddle, representing Honda NSX. El Perry has moved over to Nissan from the Lamborghini this season. Has kept the same livery, which I do like. I call it the Stealth Bomber livery / Tron. He's back. We got Nelson Ambrozosa back with Ferrari for another season. Isaac Jordan, who's in the pits, representing Sky Tempestos. So that is not him, is it? Oh, he's in the car. There he is. Cedric Murr has moved from Porsche over to Ferrari for this season. He will be sporting the very gold Ferrari. And then we've got newcomer Aaron Shergill, who I've raced against, the Canadian driver, representing Ferrari. I'll be cheering a little bit for him, a little bit of national pride. I am Canadian, for those who don't know. And rounding out the field, we have Adri Gottschlackl, who actually just put up a lap time for it quickest, representing Aston Martin. So again, the Silver guys are the fastest guys on the server in theory. Now, that being said, from last season, we know that that's not necessarily the case. Sometimes the bronzes can mix it up with them. Sometimes even the irons can mix it up with them. Like right now, Thomas Boris and Brandon Harper are still in the top 10, so, go figure. I say this and then they just get instantly knocked out. But, just because they're different ratings doesn't mean they can't necessarily keep up. So we'll see if we can pick up the first kind of hot lapper of the bunch as the Silver drivers put up their first lap times of the session. And we'll see who's ripping it up. Oh, okay, we got our first one. Jack Biddle, currently in 21st place with a 1.5 off a pole, but he is currently 1.3 up, so this is a threat for pole position right now. Believe me, I'm sure the times will get faster. The fact that we don't have a Silver on pole yet is I think, an indication of that. as much as I would love to see John Spriggs take pole, it would make me feel better about myself. we'll probably see that time. The first one to try to take a crack at that is going to be Jack Biddle. As it stands, this will not be pole, but it should move him into the top 5. There you go, second place. Looking around here, looking for something. Richard Oakes is on a good one. The old Rust Bucket car is currently looking like probably a top 5 if he keeps this pace up. Working his way through. He's 4/10 up at the moment. On his time, not on pole. Put him about 3/10 off pole right now. Might be good enough for second place, actually. Might have a shot at Biddle, even if I don't think he has a shot at Harvey. Or pardon me, Spriggs, who's on pole. How does the ranking system work? You'd have to ask someone who's a little bit more of an expert on it. It's it's a performance metric, obviously, how fast you are, how consistent you are, how good you race. Obviously, so at the top end, you've got diamond, then it goes down to platinum, then it goes to gold, silver, bronze, iron. That's the hierarchy. And in the server, you can see that the white background, like Richard Oakes, that is a silver car. The silver gray background is a bronze car, and the red is iron. Now, in real life endurance racing, GT racing, it would actually be pro silver and pro and am, but we use the hierarchy. Hence, the silver number plates would be silvers, but because we don't have any pro drivers here, technically, the pro is the silver. I hope that made sense. That was a bit of a word salad. I was gonna say Cedric Muir was on a really good lap, and then I think he ruined it. That's illegal. Somebody's got to be putting up a banger. Thomas Hagen in the Mustang, taking those curbs hard, which, by the way, is a need be. That's probably why you're seeing a lot of the front engine cars at the front of the pack, because the front engine cars can generally take the curbs here really, really hard and through those chicanes. That's a really big deal. At the moment, Hagen's improving his lap time by about 2/10, which is not enough to move him up from third place, but we'll see if he can pull something out here. He's in the ballpark of maybe being able to threaten second place. I think pole would be a bit of a stretch. But second is on the table. He just has to get this chicane really good. So we can do here. Not great. Oh no, good drive off the corner. Hang on. And third place stop. Not quite good enough. Miles Stone in the Nissan's got a pretty good one going right now. He's 6/10 up. He looks like he could be taking pole here. Kind of out of nowhere. The Nissan is not a well BOP'd car. It's a bit slow. So if he can put it on pole, I'm going to be very impressed. This is a good track, though, for Nissan. Right now, he's going to do it. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Milestone on to pole position. There's still a minute and a half to go, so that might not stand. But right now, he has pole with a 1:28.617, 1/10 exactly ahead of Mida. Currently 4/10 up on his time is Nelson Ambrozosa. Currently sits in 11th place. This would definitely promote him to the top 10. Might give him a shot at even third place here if he can keep this up. See what the 3-2-1 Ferrari can do here. Nelson, we gotta talk about your tendency to just do flat red liveries. I'm begging you, my man. A little creativity. He sometimes pops in for a word after the races, so I'm gonna give him a hard time about his livery this season. That's gonna be the goal. I am going to use the power of bullying. Does move up into 7th place. He's a fantastic driver, though. Looking. This is basically the last chance anybody has. Richard Oakes has got a decent lap going here. Could improve on his 10th place. He made a mistake, actually. Caster's Curse. Isaac Jordan in the Mercedes. Currently up a couple of tenths. Which in the part of the field he's in is a densely packed part of the field. This could jump him up to 11th place from his current 18th. Like, it's not a huge improvement, just a couple of tenths, but sometimes that's a lot. Also, we're going to probably pop in with Kevin Shepherd to finish off the session, because he's got a good lap going. And Isaac Jordan moves from 18th to 12th. Kevin Shepherd should improve a fair bit. He's about 3 tenths up here. Should move him from 19th to about 15th. 17th. Not quite as good as I was expecting. I wonder if Isaac Jordan's... No, he's got the checkered flag out. He is not going to count. All right, Aaron Sergil, currently in 9th place. He's about a 10th up on his time, which could jump him up into 7th. Could jump Ambrazosa and Patton here. Towards the end. I got a little bit out of shape on the last corner there, and that's not really going to be an improvement. Okay, Max. David Slater is explaining the licensing program. That's good. Thank you, David. I'm honestly not terribly familiar with it. I haven't done it myself. I really should. I really should. There have been a couple of people who have been trying to get me to do a race, but then you'd miss me on commentary, wouldn't you? Am I wrong on that? Am I wrong? I hope I add something to the experience. So pole position at the end of the day will go to Milestone ahead of... Hang on, I got the first names here up on the drivers. Milestone will start on pole ahead of Sahil Midha, Jack Biddle, and the top non-silver driver John Spriggs on row 2. Thomas Hayden and L. Perry, row 3. Kerry Patton and Nelson Ambrazosa, row 4. Aaron Sergil and Richard Oakes, row 5. Matt Gale and Isaac Jordan, row 6. Dennis Hook, row 7 with Cedric Muir. Arul Jha and Audrey Gottschalczyk, 18 on row 8. Kevin Shepherd, Beauty X Badass. Kevin Shepherd a little bit further down on the order than I would have expected. Robert Volt and the top iron driver Brandon Harvey, row 10. Thomas Boris, Jeffrey Bacher, row 11. Adam Stewart, Adrian Marood, row 12. Row 13, Idris Cahill, Matthias Wiedemann. Row 14, Sean Young and Samuel Jardine. Row 15, Grant Brightly and Shanu Murasanu. Row 16, Kieran Rolfe and Tobias Wagner. Lou Wes and Chris Stancer. Row 17. Row 18, D. Hines, Pat Fortune. Whoa, Jesus, we got a lot here today. Row 19, Ari Venter and Matthew East. Felix Kramerick and Andreas Hansen. Row 20. Row 21, Nathan Gray and Philip Sully. Row 22, Bo Zur and Atos Rahman. And at the back, Professional Hater, who did not put up a lap time. He is voluntarily started in dead last here. If there's anyone you want to follow at the start who you think is going to be a center of the action, please let me know. So it's honestly just a guess at this point as to where the action's going to kick off. Sometimes it's at the back of the pack. Sometimes it's at the front of the pack. Sometimes it's at the upper mid pack, lower mid pack. It could honestly be anywhere. So if there's anyone in the crowd, if there's anyone in the field you want to just kind of like have a look at, please let me know. Oh, we got a Kieran Rolfe fan in the chat. Good to see. Good to see. To see a lot of new faces actually in the field, like Honestly, in the top 10, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers who I'm not familiar with from Evolution Racing Academy, I should say. I am familiar with John Spriggs from another series. Bob is waiting for T1. K. Pattenden, his first race back after a season away. No, he raced a little bit last season, David. He was here, part-time. Let me quickly look here. Yeah, he did. He was president at Imola, Monza, Bathurst, Laguna Seca, Coda, and Brands Hatch. So he did most of the season, actually. He only missed Suzuka. He only missed Suzuka. Finished in 9th place in the silver standings. Just to run down the standings from last season, silver was Freddie Murley, Finley Gamble, Stuart Parsons, who I do believe all 3 of those have been promoted. Nelson Ambrazosa was 4th place ahead of Kevin Shepard, Isaac Jordan, Fabio Avaro, Cedric Muir, Kerry Pattenden, and Miles Stone. That was your top 10. In the bronze category, it was Jeffrey Bacher winning a heated 4-way title battle with Robert Volt, Adrian Brune, and Adam Stewart. And then Matthew East, Idris Cahill, Massacre Rasser, Bearded X Badass, Chris Dancer, Dennis Hook, Shanu Murasanu, and Art J. Arnold. And the Iron Championship was pretty well dominated by Sean Young. He scored 103 points. Second place was 85 points for Lou Wez. Matthias Wiedemann, Professional Hater, Brandon Harvey, Chris Moss, Pat Fortune, Ron Stop Action, Felix Kramrich, and Tobias Wagner were the top 10. So good to see that. Good to see Thomas Boris putting in a good effort. Boris will be starting for 21st place. He was 11th last season and did not score a single point in the Iron Championship. That being said, he did look promising at times. It was just a matter of putting together a full race, and if we're being honest, probably I'm going to throw out a suspicion here, just a thought, that maybe there is somewhat of an internet issue there. Internet connectivity may be playing a role in Boris's performance. Although his ping does look quite fine. So, 30 seconds here from the formation lap start. And we will kick off the season in style. Unlike my ping from last season. Does happen. I was trying to return to garage so I could maybe remind people in the chat that the commentary booth will be open after the race, but doesn't seem to want to let me. We'll follow Miles Stone for the formation lap, as is tradition. He's gotten way ahead. What are you doing, Miles? I wonder if he's used to being on pole. He's kind of jumped away here. But the Nissan will lead the way from the McLaren of Midda, from Biddle's Honda. In fact, that's a really odd top 3. Nissan from McLaren from Honda. What for the server is it? It is European. Evolution Racing Academy is a predominantly European community. I myself am from NA, but it is a larger European field. But there's a little bit from other places. I know there's a couple of Americans. There's a Canadian, Aaron Sergel, in the field. There is we saw an Indian driver, Slava Midda, who's starting on the front row. Pardon me, I don't think it was Slava. Sahil, pardon me. A lot of new names for me. Bear with me. We'll get there. BMW was looking pretty dominant, but actually by the end of the day, John Spriggs starting from 4th place is the only top 10 BMW. Hook will start from 13. But the BMWs are pretty dominant in the lower ranks with the bronze and iron drivers. It's just the silver drivers appear to be... Ooh, is there a silver BMW? Well, that could be it, actually. There's not a single silver BMW. That could just be the answer right there. It's not popular with the right people. All right. Milestone leads us to the line here in the green Nissan Godzilla. The GTR, starting from pole position. It's great to see a car that you do not traditionally see at the front having a solid day. We'll see what Milestone can deliver. Ran a Bentley last season, so he's moved over from Bentley to Nissan. And similar cars, definitely a similar skill set involved. Green flag coming out. We are going to... Come on. The snaps were supposed to be the green flag.
Green light, give it okay.
Go, 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 go! Here at Zolder, to the front line, to the first corner we go. Stone versus Mida. Stone has the inside line and will probably hang on here. Mida, though, is trying for it. He's going for the lead here very, very early. We'll see what can happen here. Mida is in front of the Nissan. One of the BMWs making a move there. That would be John Spriggs of the Wise Racing team in the BMW M4. A couple of cars off in the background. See if we can maybe get a look at that. Instant log, please. Thank you. It's not letting me actually click on them. Sometimes the replays don't really work out for me. I'll work it out as the season goes on. We're kind of back into things here. So drive-through penalty for Rothman early on. El Perry in the pits as well. Kevin Shepard looks like he's also gotten on the wrong end of things. Mida still leads, though, from Stone and Spriggs. By the way, I feel like John Spriggs will get promoted to silver at some point. Yeah, I am using the ACC live control interface, but sometimes I forget where things are. It's been a moment. Hopefully, as the season goes on, it'll get better. Idris Cahill also with a drive-through penalty. Anyways, so a couple of drive-through penalties early on here. Mida still leads from Stone, Spriggs, Hagen, Ambrazosa, Biddle, Patented, Sergil. Hook is up in 9th place, and Gale. Jeffrey Bacher is in the pits very, very early. There is a mandatory pit stop, but I imagine that means that he's picked up some damage somewhere. And is not happy about it. Just a guess for the bronze champion from last season, who is starting off his championship defense campaign with a bit of a bad result here. By the way, if last season is anything to go by, the bronze title will be incredibly competitive. It was a 4-way fight into the final round last season. So coming away from today with a bad result for any of the guys who have like desires and eyes on that title, it's bad times, because like the bronze standings I think going to be very close as soon as John Spriggs is not among their number. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I think Spriggs is gonna get a promotion at some point in the season. John is. I'm familiar with John Spriggs. I've raced against him a number of times. He is not bronze. Right. Looking for some action. There's some things going on. Thomas Morris is being shuffled back a little bit. He got a great start. It's kind of coming back down to earth right now. Somebody is in the pit lane. Can't tell who it is. Oh, there's a couple people. Matthew East, Adam Stewart, Kevin Shepard all into the pit lane, as well as Samuel Jardine. So a lot of early pit stops as some action from the lap one has caused some contact, some carnage. And, yeah, we'll continue to watch what's going on here. Bearded X Badass, currently in 14th place. He's looking to make a move on Gottschlick for 13th place, and Oral Jad just ahead of him in the Ferrari there in the I lost my train of thought. I had a thought there. It didn't work out. Nelson Ambrazosa has made a move, overtaking Thomas Hagen for 4th place. So the Ferrari moving towards the front of the pack. There is a lapped car in the bunch here. That is a BMW that is sporting all kinds of damage. I'm not familiar with the livery. 175. Who is that? That is... I don't know. I don't see a 175. Mostly getting out of the way. 185, pardon. 185, who's that? I don't see a 185. Who is that? Oh, that's Robin. It's Robin. Who's being lapped. Ambrazosa lost a bit of time there. The top 3 kind of got away a little bit. There's also a Lamborghini getting lapped as well. That's a cool livery. I like the green and white. Looking for a number to figure out who that might be, because I'm not familiar with the livery. Could be Kerry Pattenden, who went in the pits very, very early, actually. It's unfortunate that he is getting swallowed up by the lap train. Also, the pits early is Grant Brightly in the BMW. The 200 car is in the pit lane quite early. That is no sign of damage. So I'm a little bit puzzled. Bhutan picking up a drive-through penalty as well. Meantime, Mida still leads. From Stone, Spriggs, Ambrazosa, Biddle, who started quite high in the field, is looking to make a move here. That is him in the Honda there. You see the white, red, and yellow car. Currently on the back of Sergil in the Ferrari. And not only is Biddle looking to make a move, he's got Matt Gale right behind him there in the Nissan. So Gale looks racy. One of the lapped cars trying to get out of the way there is Matt Gale, goes down the inside. And he's got Biddle. Biddle might have a shot back at him, though. One of the Mustangs going very wide. That might be Thomas Hagen. That was Thomas Hagen. What happened with him? Thomas Hagen went very off the track. Where is my replay button? Let's see what happened here to the Norwegian driver. The 15-second replay, unfortunately, unable to catch whatever happened there. He went very, very wide, though. An uncharacteristic mistake from the top-end driver there in the 417. That's a big deal. Down to 8th place he goes. Milestone losing out a spot there to Spriggs. Let's have a look at the replay, please. See if it'll actually work this time. Come on. Come on. Okay, so it looks like just Stone made a mistake there through the chicane. Ran across the dirt and probably lost a lot of traction. And that will promote Spriggs into 2nd place. So, bronze to the front! Moving into 2nd place. Professional Hater, who started dead last, is up to 15th place in the Mustang. He's doing good work. I'm not sure which one he is in this bit. There he is. I like that livery. That's cool livery. He stands out. Did a good livery last season as well in the Aston Martin, so I'm not surprised. He is having a solid start to the race, having made his way up a number of positions. Shah currently battling with Shanu Murasanu. Ferrari versus, one of the blinking in and out of existence Murasanu. That's always nerve-wracking when you have a car that is not a stable connection to drive with, because they tend to rubber band a lot. It makes you very, very nervous about going for a move. Bearded X Badass is in the pits, dropping down to the 789 BMW. Early pit stop. Hopefully, one that he is making kind of voluntarily and not one to fix damage. Just need needless to say, that would be a little bit disappointing. Kieran Rolfe is also in the pit lane, as well as Bhutan and Robin. So a couple of cars down in the pit lane. Ja in 13th place. They're battling over second place in bronze. And what might be a win in bronze, actually, is Dennis Hook up ahead, and then Murasanu in the behind. In the Bentley. These are, I believe, both the Cyberline cars, which is a team that is oddly running a Bentley combo with BMW. Where is Matthew East? I will have a look for you. Matthew East currently runs in 41st place. So he's had a rough time. Ja looking to make the move here on Hook. Goes side by side with the Beamer. Professional Hater in the background there in the Mustang. And the Beamer is going to hang on for now. Oh! Hater has said, okay, I don't mind if I do. Make it a three-way fight. Murasanu and Brandon Harvey on the back end of this as well. Harvey is currently the top iron driver. By the way, if anyone wasn't here for it, I did predict Brandon Harvey will win the iron title this season. That is my prediction. Not sure who's going to win silver and bronze. I think those are very up for grabs. But Brandon Harvey is my pick to take home the bronze or the iron title. Either that or it'll have to be someone with some new blood, because I think Brandon Harvey's got a ridiculous pace advantage on that. He is very quick. Although Thomas Boris has shown off today and keeping up with him, and even Wiedemann's not too far back. Also, if Felix Kramerich has a full-time campaign, he could be a factor as well. He's quite quick. It's just a matter of, like, actually attending. Murasanu under pressure from Harvey and Boris, as well as Gottschalk, which I'm sure I'm pronouncing horribly incorrectly. But short of like just guessing and throwing on different pronunciations to the point where I have like 80 by the end of the day, I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do. Professional Hater going for the move here on Oral Ja down the inside. And the Mustang moves into 13th place. Ja also under attack from Murasanu. Harvey in the mix as well. Murasanu in the Bentley. Going down the inside, but Ja is going to hang on for the time being. Still 14th place, but he has lost a spot to Hater. Hater is definitely the hard charger of the day. Started dead last and is up into 13th place. Meantime, John Spriggs in the lead, which makes me want to know where what has happened with Midda? Sahil Midda, who was quite a ways in front, has dropped down to 11th place. And I have no idea when that happened. I apologize. I should have had an idea. As Gottschalk gets past Harvey into 17th place. That could be Harvey just not fighting too hard, by the way, because Gottschalk is a silver driver. Therefore, whoa! Oral Ja loses control. Shannon Murasanu. Brandon Harvey in the wall. Carnage. Dropping. And the thing is, I don't think anyone hit each other. I think that was just literally all individual mistakes. I think Ja lost control of the car, and I think everyone kind of went off in like sympathy/avoidance there. It's very weird. And that is given, by the way, Thomas Boris the lead of the iron category. So that is interesting. Professional Hater putting the pressure on Hook for second place in the bronze category and 12th place overall. Tucked up behind him, a battle of Nissan versus Ford Power. The Mustang. Oh, this is getting cheeky. That was a little bit of contact there by Hook. I wonder if he'll catch the eye of the stewards on that. That was a little bit of a contact move. And Professional Hater is keeping his foot in. You can't intimidate Professional Hater. In the background there, a spin out for Gottschalk in the Aston Martin. And indeed, it will be Professional Hater with the overtake there on Hook. Gottschalk rejoins behind Matthias Wiedemann. Also lost out to Boris. Pardon me, rejoins behind Boris. Oh, that's Wiedemann. That's Wiedemann. I'm right. I was right the first time. I just quit. 3-second lead at the front, by the way. Milestone trails John Spriggs. Richard Oakes is looking to move into the top 10 here. He is putting some pressure on Midda. Down the inside. What is wrong with Midda's car? Something is up with Shahil Midda's car, I think. He was in the lead and has now dropped down to 9th place. Probably 10th place. Oakes is right on his tail. Oakes is in 11th. There's a glitch on the game has a glitch. I'm trusting race control. Oh, somebody's in the wall there. That is a Lamborghini of, I believe that's Kerry Patton. I tried to click on there and was unable to. I believe that was Kerry Patton sideways on the track. All right. Richard Oakes on the tail of Midda. Midda started on the front row, but has dropped back a fair bit. Gottschalk's in the pits. I imagine he probably flat spotted his tires on that spin, so that might be the preemptive measure here. Isaac Jordan and Jack Biddle battling over 5th place. Jordan in the Sky Tempesta Mercedes. Biddle in the NSX. Matt Gale is ahead of them. In the rear of them there is Thomas Hagen in the Mustang. And just a little bit behind them is Cedric Muir, who's having a quiet but very effective day in the Ferrari. We've had a lot of great action here. Zolder does that. For all the issues I have with Zolder, I'm not really a fan of this track. It does produce some excellent side-by-side racing. So, looking forward to that. By the way, somebody's getting lapped there. I think that might be Bacher. Yeah, that is Bacher getting lapped. He's having a rough day. Out of curiosity, who's actually handled the pit stop? Bacher, Stewart, Brightly, East, Brandon Harvey, and Kevin Shepard. As Jensen Bouton into the pit lane here. The Barwell Motorsports Lamborghini. And somebody's dropping back a lot. That is Nelson Ambrazosa, who has gone off the track. Let's see if we can catch what happened there to Ambrazosa. And okay, that's a pure mistake. Took a little bit too much curb, ended up in the wall. No one to blame but himself. Drops him down the pecking order quite a bit. Ambrazosa might be a dark horse in the title fight, to be honest. I can see it happening. Oral Ja is also falling back. And looks like he's got a fair bit of damage, so that was a bad lap for the Ferrari contingent. I would have pitted if I were him. I would get that fixed, but yeah, he's falling back even further. Instead, it's a Bowser that just went past him. And before long, I imagine that Adrian Marood. Okay, it's not Marood directly behind him. That's a lapped car. There's Marood in his now famous Rebel Alliance Nubs Racing Division. Pat Fortune's in the pits. And we'll quickly check in with the race leader, John Spriggs, as he continues to drive away from everybody showing me right that he's not a bronze driver. I'm just saying. I know the bronze. It's where I would be. They're the guys that are kind of like doing the pace I'm doing. John Springs is a lot faster than me. I'm just saying. Cedric Muir picking up a couple spots there. It looks like Isaac Jordan and Thomas Hagen might have come to a little bit close there. And, Isaac Jordan racing against the car that he raced last season. He was in the Mustang. Now he's in the Mercedes and facing Hagen's Mustang. Sandbagging? Well, no. I mean, the issue. It's always going to be an issue when you're trying to benchmark a brand new driver that you're not familiar with. It can happen. Like, it's just they could be a little bit off form that day. Maybe the conditions aren't great. They get a little something wrong with the setup. It's a track they're not spectacular at. These are all options that can happen. Like, if you as a guy who's had to do that a lot in my career, a lot of the time you'll get somebody who's in a race for the first time and you just have to correct it because every process can't keep up with everything. Also, I know John pretty well. John wouldn't sandbag. He just must have had an off day when he had his ratings test. That's all I'm saying. Idris Cahill looking to put some pressure on D. Hines here for 23rd place. Cahill's having a rough day. Settling into a new car, racing the BMW after being in the Brain? Why are you doing this to me? Ferrari last season. He was the Lego Ferrari that was in the field last season. I saw somebody's chat. It just disappeared. Cahill on the pressure on D. Hines, and not under any small amount of pressure himself from Andre. Oh wait, that's not Hansen in the background. That's somebody who is I imagine down a lap. So that is not the 969 Mercedes of Andreas Hansen. That is a BMW running behind him. So that is not important from his point of view. Meantime, Isaac Jordan has lost a spot to Thomas Hagen and might lose a second spot to Nelson Ambrazosa. Battle for 7th place going on right now. And then, of course, there are people who sandbag. I won't mention his name, but there was we were doing a multi-community race. It was my community, ESR, and there were a couple other communities in the mix there. It was not us hosting; it was somebody else hosting and doing all the ratings changes and so on. One of our drivers ended up being classified as bronze, and I just went to the admin and he's not bronze. He's sandbag. He's he's actually really, really fast. They didn't believe me. They gave him 2 races of just absolutely beating the crap out of everybody before they were like, okay, we'll move it. I'm like, thank you. Literally lapped the field. Like, no. Cedric Muir putting the pressure on Biddle for the podium right now, although not really the podium. One of the Nissans has fallen back. It is Gale. Did he take a pit stop? Or did we lose him entirely? Gale. Where's the Nissan? I don't see him. Oh no, he's down to 5th place. Okay, never mind. Gale's falling back. Cedric Muir makes the move and takes 3rd place from Biddle. Now Spriggs leading from Stone, Biddle, Muir, Biddle, Gale, Hagen, Jordan, Ambrazosa, Mida, and Oaks. Very competitive top 10 right now. The top 10 is only spread out by 23 seconds. That's pretty impressive. Given that we are 15 laps into the festivities. Lapped car in the bunch here. Not sure who that is in the McLaren, but there is no one who... Oh! Hagen off. And through goes Isaac Jordan, and through goes Nelson Ambrazosa. So Hagen will drop down to 8th place. I feel like this battle will be something we pay a lot of attention to. It's Midda in the background in McLaren. Still not sure what happened to Sahil Midda, who was looking to be a battler for winning. Dennis Hook is on the tail of Professional Hater. They've got some lap traffic to deal with here. One of the... Oh. Sure what happened there. Anyways. Hagen appears to be a lawnmower. A little bit. Car off there in the infield. See if I can... no one's dropping through the order, so I think that's a lapped car. Not really of import. Not to say that lap cars aren't important, just, you know, for our results-based thinking. Speaking of traffic, there is a McLaren being cleared by this group that is battling it out for basically the bottom end of the podium. It's about 3rd place back to 8th place. This tight pack. That black McLaren is the lapped car, and he takes to the sand trap to get out of the way. Carrie Pat, get my drop name in early. Got my drop round in early dose. Yeah, Carrie Patton, not having a good day. You're welcome to pop on Discord with me if you want, there, Carrie. And, we can discuss your race. There will almost certainly be a will be a bit of a lull in the action at some point. Right now, there's good action. At some point, it will calm down. Watch Nubs Racing's Thomas Hagen try to get back up to grips with Nelson Ambrazosa, as well as Isaac Jordan, Matt Gale, Jack Biddle, and Cedric Muir. Trevor Boris looking to make a move on Dennis Hook. It's also got Matthias Wiedemann for company. There's a, I think, lapped McLaren. Yeah, that's the McLaren that was getting cleared earlier. Being lapped further back. Morris down the inside of Hook for 13th place. He's got it. Nice work. Currently the top iron driver. To be clear, though, Brandon Harvey made his pit stop, but I think Harvey is still going to be in the lead when it all shakes out. But we'll see. Boris is putting up a great fight here, and maybe not doing himself a great favor here with this fearsome battle with Dennis Hook, who is a bronze driver and not somebody he's competing with. But it is what it is. And that is not Wiedemann behind him. That is another BMW 220. Let's see if I can figure out what that is. I don't see a 220. Unless I have the wrong number, possibly. Dennis Hook into the pit lane. Thomas Boris clearing a lapped car there. Is the BMW of the 154 car, or 154 car, that is Pat Fortune. He is putting a lap on. Whatever was wrong with Sahil Midda's car seems to have cleared up. He is catching back up to the battle for 3rd. He was looking like a contender for the win here. D. Hines into the pit lane. And we got a couple other cars going into the pits there. We saw somebody towards the front heading in. Might also have been a lapped car, in fairness, though. Oh, Cedric Mir in the pits as well as Richard Oakes. So a couple of top 10 cars. We're at the halfway point. A lot of people would probably be aiming for now to be their pit stop anyways. So we'll see about that. Would be a good time to have anybody hop in from the retired bin if they want to talk about their race. As the pit stops kind of sort themselves out, we generally see I was going to say a limited amount of action, but Thomas Hagen's off in the background. And that is Matt Gale driving past Jack Biddle for third place. So here I was talking about maybe this being a bit of a slow part of the race. Not the case. Matt Gale and Thomas Hagen giving us the action. Also, Nelson Ambrazosa in the background trying to go around Isaac Jordan. He might have the inside line there. Can he get it? Man, that camera was unfortunately located. I think we kind of missed the action. But Jordan did indeed close the door. Sean Young in the pits. Idris Cahill, professional hater. Into the pits goes Isaac Jordan. And I think that was Matt Gale. Yeah, Matt Gale also in the pits. So some key pit stops being served right now. Ambrazosa under pressure from Shahil Midda. Battle for what is 4th place on track. Probably about 7th or 8th place in actuality. Once everything sorts out, Thomas Hagen in the pits as well. So a lot of top 10 drivers in the pit lane. John Spriggs continues to lead from Milestone. Biddle into 3rd place. Ambrazosa and Midda battling it out there. That is, I think, Matthew East in the orange BMW being lapped. Or at least that was the livery he ran last season. Somebody is way off track. That is a Ferrari. I know who that is, too. We saw that livery before. And I'm just blanking on who it is. Feel bad. A lot of pit stops going on. Felix Kramerick in the pits. He's having a good day. Side-by-side action between Midda and Ambrazosa. Ambrazosa gives him a little bit of a shove and takes 4th place back. Nothing too bad, but a little forceful. That's professional hater ahead of them in the Mustang. He's a lap down, but he's also made his pit stop, so he'll probably be on the lead lap when the pits all sort themselves out. Also got things kicking off here between Nathan Gray and Tobias Wagner for 10th place on track. That is Wagner in the silver Aston Martin. That is Gray in the black, white, and light green? Kind of minty color BMW. This is a battle for pretty key battle for position, actually. This is 4th place in the iron category on track. Probably more like 6th or 7th once everything is sorted out, but that's important. Gray is, as far as I know, a debuting driver, and they are both going to pit. So Wagner and Gray are going to pit in sequence. Midda putting the pressure on again on Ambrazosa, battle for 4th place. Again, 4th place on track. Probably fits into a much later pecking order positionally speaking. Call it a gut feeling. Oh, they're going to pit together. All right, a lot of people just electing to follow people into the pits here. That does simplify things. John Spriggs is in the pits as well. Milestone taking over the lead. Matthias Wiedemann, Adrian Marood, Patrick Sully. Brandon Harvey's in the pits again. That is a bad sign. Harvey already made a pit stop. Kieran Rolf Ventnor. I don't know your first name, sorry. Also in the pit lane. There's no real battles out on track. The closest is this battle between D. Hines, Adam Stewart, and Robert Volt. Battle for 27th on track. They have all served their pit stop. Looks like Adam Stewart's picked up some damage that the pit stop either didn't fix or it's happened after pit stop. As you can see, the bonnet is a little bit open there. As one of the other wise BMWs getting lapped. Could be Brandon Harvey rejoining the facilities, or the festivities, I should say. And Bo Zur into the pit lane. Ambrazosa has come out behind Cedric Muir. Where's Mida? Mida's come out quite a way back, so Mida's pit stop did not go nearly as well as Ambrazosa. I wonder who is the king of the who's the king of the pit stop right now? The current king of the pit stop. Okay, there's a 31-second pit stop for Ramen, which I assume is a drive-through, and not an actual pit stop, so I'm going to ignore that one. It is a tie between Jeffrey Bacher and Tobias Wagner. Oh, pardon me. Professional Hater, 1 minute 3, is the fastest pit stop that looks like, for lack of a better term, an actual pit stop. Cedric Muir on the tail of Isaac Jordan. So Muir's pit stop did not go great. So he was higher up in the order than this. But he's in the mix. Morrison Biddle in the pits. Sir Gill is up in a second, but he is not pitted. He'll fall probably out of the top 10 once that happens. One of the BMWs getting out of the way there. Things transpired. There'll be a lot of traffic on this track because, of course, it's a relatively short lap. And as a result, we'll have that. All right, Milestone is in the pits. So this is a key pit stop. Stone is currently in second place. He currently in the lead. He was in second, basically, essentially. So we're looking for the 888 car of John Spriggs, which is, I'm looking for him. There he is. He's approaching the second to last turn there, which I believe is Ari. I forget. It's checking his spot. Anyways, he's approaching the final chicane now. If my mouse pointer would work, I'd point at him, but you'll just have to find the 888 for yourself. But that's the battle for the lead. If Stone can get out ahead of him, he'll be effectively in the lead of this race. Sir Gill has to pit still. Let's see, not passed yet, but this is a long exit. The 888 is going to be very, very close. It's going to be really close. The 888 gets out in front of him. John Spriggs retains the lead of the race, essentially. Right now in second place, but again, Sir Gill has to pit. We also need a pit stop from Luez, who's currently in 10th place. A couple others, Bearded X Badass, Sully. There's a couple of people who are having real problems. Rolf, I'm looking at Rolf, Ramen, Ja, Ventnor. They're all having problems today. Ambrazosa putting the pressure on. He wants to be top Ferrari. He may not be he may not have the championship in him, but he damn well wants to be the top Ferrari driver at the very least. And right now, Cedric Muir is in the way. Because I'm pretty sure Sir Gill is going to come out behind him once he handles his pit stop. The battle is on. Ambrazosa, Muir for 6th place on track. Probably 5th place overall. Muir hangs on somebody. Absolutely cutting the grass in the background there. Luez is in the pits, and Sher Gill is in the pits as well. So the final relevant pit stops happening right now. Nelson Ambrazosa versus Cedric Muir. Battle for 6th on track. Battle for probably 5th overall. As they'll probably overtake the 213 of Shergill while it's in the pits. To the line. Hanging on for now. Let's pop in on Isaac Jordan, who's having a battle for 4th place with Biddle. Pardon me, 3rd place, now that Shergill's made his. So Isaac Jordan suddenly in a battle for a podium here. I didn't honestly think he was going to be in this position. But a couple of people have made mistakes. Matt Gale's fallen out of it. Muir had a bad pit stop. And it's really worked out in the favor of Isaac Jordan. Shergill rejoining. So the late pit stop has worked out for Shergill, because Shergill was not even in the top 10. He now finds himself in 7th place battling Richard Oakes. So, a well-done strategy by him. The Honda's in the background zipping around. I'm not sure who that is. If it was last season, that'd be Lucas Geese, but Lucas is not here today. I don't know if that's because he's been promoted or if he's just absent today. Cedric Muir is on the tail of 4th place. Isaac Jordan, once again, he's got Ambrazosa right behind him. Fantastic battle going on between these three. And Jack Biddle's a little bit out of it right now, a little bit ahead of it right now. But I think long term, he's still in this fight. So this is a podium down to 6th place battle. It is Honda v Mercedes v Ferrari v Ferrari. Also, I desperately need some showdowns between a Ferrari and a Mustang for the Ford v Ferrari jokes. What lap times are the top 10 doing right now? Right now they're about around 130, 129s. Most of them have been in the 29s at some point, with the exception of Jack Biddle. Fastest lap of the race is a 128.597. That belongs to Shahil Biddle. Biddle's pretty close to the 129s, by the way. His fastest lap is a 130.152. Oh! Somebody in the wall hard there. One of the Wise Racing BMWs. I didn't catch which one. They are rejoining with some heavy damage. Mira continues to hold off Ambrazosa for Ferrari bragging rights. The best of Italy. Spriggs still leads by 1.5 over Stone. Biddle is a distant 3rd. And then it is Jordan, Muir, Ambrazosa, Oakes. Shergill's fallen down to 8th place again. Midda and Hagen, top 10. Your top 5 for the bronze category is Spriggs, Professional Hater, Dennis Hook, Jesse Bacher, and Idris Cahill. For the iron, it's Matthias Wiedemann who's come out in front there, ahead of Thomas Boris, Tobias Wagner, Sean Young, and Felix Kramerich. Idris Cahill and D. Hines picking up drive-through penalties. So, probably running afoul of the track limits. At some point, a little bit too much. Let's get Kramerich on. He's battling with Sean Young. This is for 20th place. Kramerich in the Rothmans Porsche. That's also L. Perry's car in the mix there as well. I don't know if that's repositioned, though. It is not. 988. And Robert Volt also in the mix there in the Aston Martin. Cahill in to serve his drive-through penalty. Also in the pits is Adam Stewart. He was the Wise Racing car, I think, that went in the wall there. And D. Hines also down the Cranbridge losing out to Volt there. Isaac Jordan, once again within his second of Biddle for third place. And he's bringing Mir and Ambrazosa with. Four-way battle for the final podium spot. And something happened to Shergill, because Shergill has fallen down from 8th place down to 12th in the 913. Stop-go penalty speeding in the pit lane for Idris Cahill. So a drive-through penalty and now a stop-go has ruined what should have been a top 5 performance for the bronze driver. The 213 crew has got to be absolutely livid right now with this penalties, and probably are about ready to take a shotgun to the steward's office. Drive-through penalty for the 91 of Shannon Rosado as well. A lot of penalties today. A lot of penalties. I'm not used to seeing this much action from the steward's office. Minna with an... Oh, God! Minna gets into the back of Gale! I need a replay of that. That looked bad. All right, Gale is looking to make a move here on Minna. Okay, Minna just lost the back end. All right. I missed that. Shahil Minna getting out of shape, and that cost a big way. By the way, shout out to Matthias Wiedemann in the number 400 Cyber Racing BMW. You are having a fantastic race, sir. Fantastic. A iron driver running in 12th place? It's amazing. Phenomenal. Chat, let's hear for Matthias. Come on. Come on. This is a fantastic run for an iron driver. I'm not saying that just because I love his livery. Somebody in the wall there. That's El Perry in the wall. I recognize that Tron livery from anywhere. El Perry's having a rough day in the Nissan. What should be a really good season for the Nissans. They've assembled a very strong driver lineup with Milestone, El Perry, Matt Gale for their roster. It's not necessarily going according to plan today, although Stone is having a fantastic day. Gale has left it has left a lot on the table with his current 10th place. Professional Hater, by the way, from last place up to 9th. We are seeing some fantastic runs today. Just saying. Some amazing performances. Hater getting promoted from iron to bronze and being a bronze contender. It's amazing. A lot of action going on here, but a lot of lapped cars and a lot of action going on. There's a couple of different confluences of battles kind of meeting up here, and it's a rough time for everybody involved navigating these new flags. Matt Gale on the attack against the Mustang of Professional Hater. This is a battle for 9th place. Gale in the 508 Nissan was looking like a podium contender earlier on. That has not come to pass. 12 and a half minutes to go. He will have to probably settle for like something like maybe 8th place is a little off. Nah, really probably not much more than this. Hagen's quite a ways up the road. People can make mistakes though. It's Adrian Marood in the Honda up ahead of them. He's lap car. And I'm not sure which Ferrari that is ahead of him. As I think that's D. Hines having it. Background there in the BMW. Ambrazosa on the attack. He's gotten past Muir, and he wants Isaac Jordan. Ambrazosa has had an incredible race today in terms of just action. It's been insane. Oh, the door is open. The Mercedes goes wide. Ambrazosa side by side with Isaac Jordan. Mercedes v Ferrari. And Ambrazosa gets it, but he knocks him off the track. That might open the door for Cedric Muir in the gold Ferrari. He's looking for it. It's not going to happen. Ambrazosa might get away with that one. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Gale just made his way past Professional Hater. And he's going to have to try and hold it. And he will. It's one of the wise BMWs in the background. It's not a battle for position. So that the yellow, green, and black car is not a consideration for these two. It is lapped. Matt Gale does take the position. Aaron Shergill in the pits again, so whatever hope the Canadian had for a good result is kind of going up in flames. Did lead the race for a bit. Cedric Merp running in 5th. Still would love to get Ambrazosa. That's El Perry up ahead, and I'm not sure who the BMWs are. Isaac Jordan and Mercedes in the background there, the Sky Tempest delivery. Not sure which BMW that is. That is car 95. Let's see if I can figure it out. That is Gray. That's the South African driver, Nathan Gray. We're going side by side with Isaac Jordan, and Jordan's going to get it. Kind of played off the gray blue flag there perfectly. Opened the door for Jordan, and he took it. The Scottish driver up into 5th place, moving from Mustang to Mercedes this season. Bearded X Badass and Kevin Shepard are having a fight. Probably not the fight either of them wanted. These are guys who were probably looking for like top 10s today. Like solid results in their category. Instead, they're battling over 33rd place. So, not happy, but hey guys, you're on camera. Having a little fight. I do like Bearded X Badass's livery, but I'm still going to hold it against him that he's moved from Audi to the evil empire of BMW. I don't appreciate that. Kevin Shepard in the Ashcroft Ferrari once again. Part-time entry last season. Hopefully a full-time entry this season. Sean Young, Robert Volt. Sean Young wins a title for BMW, moves over to Porsche. It's an interesting move. And Robert Volt was a championship contender last season for the bronze category. Looking to be so again there in the Aston Martin. They make their way past Matthew East, who gives way without much of an issue. Matthew East and Idris Cahill. Fight. Cahill's day is gone. Well, from bad to worse, honestly. He was looking like for a really solid day, like a top 5 in the bronze category, but a couple of penalties has put him towards the back of the pack. Cedric, the Lambos. Not sure who that is. Sideways off the track. We've seen a couple cars sideways off the track. Somebody's in the infield there as well. It is, I believe, a BMW, which does not help me. There's about a dozen of them in the field. Most popular car this season, by the way, is the BMW M4. Last season, it was the Ferrari 296. That was seemingly everywhere, seemingly the ubiquitous car. And this season, BMW has taken that role. Felix Kramerk in the pits. That's not good. He was having a pretty solid day. And will drop back as a result. Still should be able to salvage some points in the iron category. Top 5 in the iron right now is Wiedemann, Boris, Wagner, Young, and Liz. Cranberg probably going to come out behind Dean Hines with the 7th place in the category. Jeffrey Bacher has made his way up into 3rd place. Well, 4th place, but I have a feeling it'll turn into 3rd place in the bronze category. So he had a terrible, terrible start to the race. Had to endure a very, very early pit stop. Got caught up in the early carnage. And has kind of made a decent run here to 13 as a result. So, doing a good job, even if circumstances were not ideal. Matt Gale falls behind Marshall. Not sure what happened there for Mr. Gale Force. He has dropped to 10th. Oh my Lord! Look at that front end. He has headbutted something, and he is in the pit lane. Breaking the hearts of Nissan fans everywhere, Matt Gale in the pit lane. Sprague still leads by quite a bit over Milestone, about 10 seconds. Biddle looking pretty solid 3rd place as well, so the podium looks pretty set right now. Ambrazosa, Jordan, and Muir have calmed down a bit. Richard Oakes is kind of on his own. Hagen's kind of on his own. Hader's kind of on his own. Hook's kind of on his own. Bacher might have a shot at Wiedemann for 11th place. The Audi is on the charge. Not actually worth anything to him because Wiedemann is a iron driver. That is the 200 car having a spin. We see that car a lot. It's Brightly. You need to commit that to memory because it seems like it'll be an important car this season. Albeit not for great reasons. But here's the thing. Everybody starts somewhere. Everybody improves. Everybody is going to make mistakes. So just because we see him out there making mistakes right now doesn't mean that by the end of the season the driving standard won't be there. Won't see the improvement when the Lambos off his way. So early days yet. Some of these guys can be quite new to the festivities, and just pinging Discord. Nothing important though. As a stop-go penalty hits Matt Gale, and his day, well, it goes from bad to worse. As we hit the last 3 minutes of race time. Robert Volt making a move on Tobias Wagner, who's moving a little bit slowly. Down to 16th place. Could be struggling with fuel. And he's moving out of the way of a lot of stuff here. Cedric Muir's going to go right past him. That's a lap car situation. If I may be so bold, I do think that maybe what Wagner's got is a bit of a fuel issue. He's got enough fuel to possibly make it to the end, but he may have turned the engine down. He just seems to be moving quite slowly. Jeffrey Bacher putting pressure on Matthias Wiedemann. If I'm Wiedemann, I'm just letting him through. I am frankly not dealing with this. I am not interested in risking my iron victory to fight Jeffrey Bacher. That's not on the table. He's had a phenomenal day drive-through penalty for Shannon Marisano. That's his second. So, in the words of Jim Carrey as Fletcher Reed, stop breaking the law! Much in the way of battles going on right now, which is unfortunate. closest gap on track is this one here between Ambrazosa and Jack Biddle, which is getting close. As I say that, it gets cut by like 0.3 of a second because I think Biddle went a little bit too deep into turn 1, but it's an important battle for 3rd place, but it is not that hot right now. We'll see though. This time we're in the last minute. Might get a lap after this. Depends where John Spriggs is. Yeah, probably. I don't think so. I don't know. Will Spriggs make it to the checkered flag before the 34 seconds? I think he will. I think we'll get another lap. For Ambrazosa to try to make good on this. This late charge to a podium. Going on right now. One more lap. Jeffrey Bacher on the tail of Matthias Wiedemann. This is the closest battle on track right now. In the background, that is Chris Stancer. In the foreground, that is a BMW that I do not know who that is. Walking horse liveries, which does not help me because that is an in-game livery that basically anyone could be theoretically running. They're being a bit annoying under blue flags, to be honest, given this is the last lap. Really complicating life for Wiedemann right now. Again, I personally would not be battling with Bacher. I would just let him through. But I am not Wiedemann, and Wiedemann wants to have some fun. And the Walking Horse livery BMW is making that a little bit harder. John Spriggs officially wins today, at least on track. Bacher finally overtakes Wiedemann, and a late drive-through penalty for Thomas Hagen. No! He was in a surefire 8th place, and now he's got a drive-through. Oh no! That's horrible. That is absolutely heartbreaking on a last lap. He's not going to be able to serve the drive-through. He's just going to have to take the time penalty. That's going to drop him down the order of something fierce. See what happens here. It's Spriggs from Stone, Biddle, Ambrazosa, and Jordan, your top 5. Hagen does finish 8th, but he will drop when that time penalty is taken into account. 30 seconds. Thomas Hagen. People are leaving the server, unfortunately, so I'm not going to be able to get not going to be able to do my traditional rundown here. Doing some donuts. Don't know if he's aware of the penalty. Maybe he just doesn't care. He just wants to have some fun in that lovely Ford Mustang. One of the BMWs comes to join him, and a couple of cars in here to do some dirt donuts. We'll stick with this because there's nothing else really happening right now. It's just donut time. A couple of guys will definitely be looking for better in a little angry there. The 172 Honda getting a little extra feisty. That's Samuel Jardine. All right. remind everybody of that. This is not going to be useful to me, unfortunately, because the when people leave, unfortunately, their data goes away, and I can't look at it, which is unfortunate. But congratulations to John Spriggs on the dub, and we have Milestone in my audience here, so we'll get to him in a second. So, as per usual, set yourself up with like a little bit of a car display while we handle these interviews. Maybe something a little, maybe I don't know. What was our winning car today? It was the BMW, right? Yeah. Well, we'll show out the BMW M4. Do I have a custom livery for you? I don't even know. I do not. All right. So we'll just have to show off something from the game. That looks good. Yeah, it's Canadian. All right. Gentlemen, if you want to speak on the mic, I will need you to raise your hand and I will invite you to the stage. There we go. We'll open up with Dennis Hook. Just because you're the first one to get your hand up, you get there to have your first words. Looked like you had a top 10 today. Oh, hang on one second, please. My audio is not properly set up. I don't know why my audio is not properly set up, but it's not. You're coming through my speakers, which is not good. There we go. Voice and video. Default device. Why are you defaulting to my TV? That's stupid. There we go. That should fix the problem. It did fix the problem. There we go. There we go. Believe me, that was a topic on the commentary. I'm well aware of John Spriggs. I was surprised to see him in the bronze. Mm-hmm. Indeed, very solid, very solid. I do have to say, the fact that you finished behind Professional Hater has to be a bummer for you. He started dead last. I'm aware. A fantastic race for him. A couple others really stood up. Hopefully they pop in and we can talk about them. Anything else you want to talk about here before we move on to the next person? Also, if you're in chat and you haven't raised your hand, please do, because you'll need to do that for me to invite you to the stage. All right. I will invite the next person by order of who when they raise their hand. Milestone. Welcome to the Nissan family. You have a cheering section in chat just because of that, and good race for you picking up second place here today. Tell us about this Nissan move, because it's interesting to see that there's actually a pretty good roster of Nissan drivers this season for a car that barely made any appearances last season. And unless things have changed since I last looked at it, it is not very BOP favorable. You and Matt Gale were having a great day, although Gale's race kind of came apart at the end there. We'll see if he pops in to give some thoughts on that. There's also a chat message from Haney, GG Milestone, living legend. So you got yourself a fan base. And of course, we have the standard Zilla comment from RC Gingerbach, who will probably be cheering for you all season. That's good. I like seeing a car that I'm not traditionally seeing at the front to actually be looking good. Awesome. I look forward to seeing the Nissan perform. I look forward to seeing you take the fight to the very heavily represented BMW contingent in the championship. In fairness, Brandon Harvey, who I believe is the bronze driver you're talking about, is a little bit beyond bronze, if I may be honest. Oh, yeah, okay. Well, as Dennis Hook said, Spriggs will get promoted. I know John Spriggs. I see you down there, John. We will be talking about your sandbaggery, sir. Because I know from my experience that I'm probably fit into the bronze category of this server, and I've raced John Spriggs a lot, and he is not anywhere near me. All right. Any other thoughts on your second place here today? Oh, hang on a second. I'm being told that the interviews are not being transferred to the stream. One sec. I'll give you a chance to repeat that. Why have my audio? I apologize to the stream. I apologize to the drivers for interviews. Apparently, a lot of my audio settings have just reverted to like default, and I have no idea why.
It happens, man. Technical issue.
It happened right at the start of the stream. I had to fix that. It happened when you guys popped in, and I had Dennis playing over my speakers for some reason. And now I'm being told that you weren't being heard. Okay, you should be broadcasting now. If you would like to give a final word, and I'll invite Dennis back to the front.
Yeah.
And he's if he wants to give a repeat of anything.
Shout out to Los Patos Hermanos, my team, all the guys helped out a lot throughout the week, and also shout out especially to the Nissan boys, Dariusz Shmilewski and Lewis Knight. They helped me a lot during the week, and I would like to thank them a lot.
All right.
Uh,
Good luck at the next round.
yeah,
There's a
hopefully.
considerable cheering section for you in the chat. I would argue you might be the most popular driver in the chat. So good luck
Yeah.
going forward.
I hope I can deliver. See you guys. Nissan boys.
All right. L. Perry, speaking of Nissan boys, you are next.
Oh, hello, hello.
Hello to the Stealth Bomber. The Tron Stealth Bomber is back in a Nissan this season. Your race looked
Yeah.
incredibly eventful and rough. Tell us about it.
Feels like a kind of a repeat from last season. Turn one, yeah, and then I'm out. I got hit twice, so I had too much damage. I couldn't steer.
I
So
imagine.
yeah, continue.
I don't have any other questions. We saw very very little of your race, so we're entirely going with your recollection right now.
Yeah,
I think you were on screen for a little bit of a battle with one of the Iron drivers around like I don't know 7 minutes left in the race, but that was really about it.
No, I've been having close racing. This car is made for this track. It feels like.
Indeed, yeah. This is definitely a front engine track in my experience, and obviously that would be the BMW, that would be the Nissan, that would be the Aston Martin, that would be the Lexus, that would be Mustang, and Mercedes. Mercedes would also be fairly strong here.
Yeah. Well, it was a fun race, but in the end, I just you get a little bit demotivated when you fall behind, and well, I sucked it up and just finished the race.
That's always good. I appreciate someone who has the rough time and like finishes the race anyways. Also appreciate the guys who are like just really off pace and are still out there trying really hard. It's heartwarming.
Yeah, it's a black cloud over my shoulders, I think. I hope it's gone the next race, and let's take it from there.
All right. Well, good luck in round two. The
And
Nissan cheering section is, of course, very much in your corner, and hopefully we'll see some good things. And also, of course, I still love delivery, so like you get the commentator on your side.
yeah, of course, it's I had to make a new one. What knew what I was gonna do. But thanks, guys, for a nice race.
All right.
Most did
Next
well.
up, Happy Not Hater. I imagine this is the professional hater. I suspect.
They keep changing my name every time. I just give up. Like I can't be asked.
Fantastic race today. You started dead last, and I do believe that you're going to get a bronze victory out of this whole thing because,
Yes,
I've
yeah.
heard from a couple of people that John Spriggs might need a little
Honestly,
attention.
props to him. He's very fucking fast, honestly. But yeah, that was a very intense race, especially at like straight from the outlap. Everyone was going like left, right. People were dying, and you just had to focus and get out of that mess first.
Yeah, you had a fantastic day. I saw some really close racing with like a number of people, which is lovely to see. You
I
didn't
mean,
murder
yeah.
anybody, at least on stream. That's definitely good.
Nah, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't touch anyone. I tried not to anyway, but I don't think I even got close to. I mean, me and Dennis got door to door, but it's just racing at that point. I had a very close race with Matt Gale as well, but he spun out, so not because of me though.
Yeah, Matt Gale had some problems towards the end. Picked up a drive-through
Yeah.
penalty as well.
I
Which,
yeah, I
dropped him
didn't
down quite a bit.
actually when I pitted in, I didn't actually take tires, so I was like a second slower off my actual times. So yeah.
Yeah, I imagine so. The Mustang is pretty bad on its tires, if memory serves. So that
Honestly,
is a risky idea.
it was risky, but like I did a 24-hour endurance on iRacing, and tire management for me just sort of like helped me out in this race. So
Yeah, that'll help.
it worked out in the end.
Endurance racing will definitely give you a tire advantage over a lot of people.
Yeah, especially how you use it and, the longevity of their tires as well. But it was a fun race, honestly. I enjoyed the battle with Dennis. We were kind of shit talking each other sometimes, and it was fun. Yeah.
We enjoyed it on the stream as well. It's fantastic work, and I like the new livery.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I was just looking for an awesome sim, like racing livery website, and just that one just stood out to me. Very nice livery.
All right, well, we have similar tastes then, so that's good.
Anyway,
All right.
take care.
I will invite the overall winner today, the bronze bronze winner, John Spriggs.
Fake bronze winner.
John Spriggs. Why?
Hey.
What's with the Max Simmons behavior here, my friend?
Well, how's it going, Mr. Vegas?
I mean, Max gets away with this because he's like 15 years old, sir, with the sandbagging.
I swear I wasn't sandbagging. I'm new back to the game. I haven't played it in 2 years. I just did my times, and that's where I ended up. So I just figured, okay, that's my pace, and yeah.
All right. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying I buy it. I'm not saying I buy it.
But yeah,
because I'm a bronze driver, sir. We know where you and I stand.
well, I just did my laps, and yeah, pace just has been coming up. I've been practicing for the past week, and just starting to find pace and find my feet in this game again. But yeah, it's good fun.
All right, tell us about your return to ACC, the BMW M4, and what led to the victory here today.
Well, just trying to keep it on track. Always have it in my head. Don't try and win a race. Just try and keep it on the track. Keep it safe. Keep it clean. Respect other drivers, and yeah, just things will happen. And hopefully you get some good racing. That's pretty much it. But yeah, I was sort of surprised. I was speaking to my teammates, Wise Gaming, a bunch of great guys. I was surprised that it was Zolder for the first track, but they said it's all done like from a raffle or something. So, but yeah, it's quite a shocker for a first race. I love Zolder, but yeah, it can be quite a hectic track for a first one.
Definitely breeds a little bit of chaos as well as some close racing. I had a great time commentating it.
Oh, brilliant!
Wasn't really much of a doubt on the win, unfortunately. You kind of got ahead of I'm blanking on his name. Shahil Midda, there you go. Pretty early on, and kind of just ran away from it at that point. By the way, I noticed that we have Bo Zur, Robert Volt, and Matthias in the chat. If you guys want to speak, you do have to raise your hand for me to be able to invite you to the stage. So just you can see Adam's got his hand raised. If he can help you out with that if you need me. All right. Anything else?
Quite lucky with that.
Anything else you got thoughts on the matter? There we go. Matthias has requested us.
No, not really. Yeah, it's just I'm looking forward to the next race. Should we get snowboarding, right?
I don't know. I since I'm not registered, I cannot see the calendar.
I see.
It's actually a little bit of an annoyance being the commentator and actually not being able to see a lot of stuff. I should probably just register so I can see it, but and just never race.
Yeah, I was quite surprised to hear your voice. I was like, wait a minute. Shouldn't you be doing it yourself? It's cool. I didn't know you did other commentating for other series. That's really cool.
Yeah, Adam lured me here.
Oh, nice.
He promised me candy, and now I'm here.
Yeah, he lured me here as well. But yeah, like I said, I haven't raced in ACC in a few years, but he lured me back into it.
Actually,
Yeah,
if you had been here for last season, you would have heard another familiar voice.
Oh, really?
Oh, there was someone in the booth with me.
Who's that?
I mean, who's always in the booth with me? Come on. Unfortunately, he's working Saturdays or Sundays now, so he can't do it. But we'll see. If his schedule changes, he may return.
Fair enough. He's a busy man.
And things will get more drunk and inebriated.
Yeah, I bet it will.
All right. Anything else you want to add before we move on to Adam here?
No, just well done for second place. It was Miles, I believe. Well done to him. yeah, he did really well. But yeah, looking forward to the next one.
And Jack Biddle was the third spot on the podium.
Brilliant.
Actually, by the way, shout out to Jack Biddle. Hopefully he pops in here, but if not, he was the only guy in the top 10 who didn't break into the 129s all race, yet still picks up a podium.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, that shows you just, it's not about being the fastest. It's just staying out of trouble, keeping it clean.
Oh yeah, he was definitely not the third fastest driver out there, probably like 12th or 13th, but yeah, just keeps himself out of trouble. And he puts that Honda, which is not a very good BOP car, on the podium. So very impressive run.
No, it's really well done. Congrats to him. Nice.
All right, Adam, you are next up here. Adam, talk to us about your race. Honestly, we saw very, very little of it.
I first want to apologize for Mr. Robert Volt. I did hit him from behind and spun both of us. That was my fault. I'll report that. But other than that, I felt like a magnet out there. I seemed like every time I turned around, someone was spinning and hitting me, or I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
All righty. Yeah, we did see you in the wall, I think, twice. So that was the thing. I think we literally saw you do no actual racing. I think the only time we saw you was in the wall. This is not a good day.
No, I had like a total probably 6.5 minutes of repairs.
Ouch. Oh, that's actually not that bad for a couple of wall hits. I've had worse than that. Did it at least fix the entire car, or did you have my famous experience with the Bentley where I went into the pits to get my rear fixed and it didn't get fixed and I just kept spinning out?
No, it seemed to repair the car. He kept telling me I was down on power or something to do with the motor wasn't right, but that wasn't until late in the race.
Okay. Yeah, there's a couple of things this game won't fix, which I actually appreciate. There's a realism element to that. There are obviously parts of the car that cannot be fixed in the pit lane.
I agree. I like that part as well.
Mm-hmm. Engine would be a good example of that. Anything else you want to add before we move on to Matthias, who had a surprisingly good day?
Nope. I just wanted to stop in, say hi, thanks for doing the broadcast, and say apology to Robert Volt.
All right. Matthias Wiedmann, I assume this is Matthias anyways. Mr. Wiedmann.
It is. Thanks for inviting me to stage. Sorry for my voice. I've been sick all week, so my voice is basically shattered.
No problem.
I still try to shine.
Driver, the number 40 BMW. Love the livery. You took the win in the Iron Class here today. Tell us about the day.
Yeah, kind of surprised, honestly, to take the win. Couldn't train much this week due to my sickness. But the race itself, it was pretty calm, I have to say. I stayed out of most of the trouble. I've seen cars flying around all the time, but luckily I could avoid most of them. Had a small incident towards the beginning of the race, so I was carrying around like 10 seconds of damage, but this was basically it. And otherwise, I just did my race. I watched Dennis and Hater fighting, and but it was pretty good. And surprised that in the end I finished up at the top, I have to say.
Mm-hmm. Lovely time. You did kind of get screwed over by one of the BMWs there under blue flags towards the end in your fight with Jeffrey Bacher, which we saw.
It was a bit of a weird situation, I have to say. Yeah, first of all, I was stuck behind him, and then I crossed the finish line. I was seeing the checkered flag, but obviously the race wasn't finished. So my car in-game HUD was also showing the checkered flag, but then I looked it up, and I was like, no, obviously I still have to go. So this is why I let Jeffrey basically let him by. So I just did another lap. Kind of weird, but in the end, didn't hurt myself because, well, Jeffrey's a bronze driver, I'm an iron. But not sure what happened there.
All right. I've seen that happen before a couple of times. Sometimes the server and the client timing don't agree. That could be the issue.
Maybe this was it. Yeah, no big harm done in the end. So blue flagging. I think there were a few situations where I was stuck behind blue flag drivers, and I think we had quite a big amount of new iron drivers on the server. So
A lot, yeah. We had like
yeah,
16 iron
the
drivers.
pace,
That's
the
insane.
pace in the end was a pretty big spread across the pace and skill level. And some were really defending under blue, which was a bit of surprising. But yeah, in the end, I think I could make most passes. Yeah, pretty clean at least.
Well, hopefully that improves a little bit as time goes on. There's a lot of
I'm
new
sure.
blood. A lot of new blood. Anything else you have to add? By the way, we have no hands up in the chat, so if you want to talk, you do have to put the hand up.
No, I'm happy to give my voice a rest. So yeah, just wanted to quickly stop by and say thanks for doing all the commentary work, and looking forward to our next races.
All right. Well, good luck being an actual Iron contender this season. Although, I'll be honest, I picked somebody else to win the Iron on broadcast. So
I wouldn't bet on me anyway, but yeah, let's see how the next races go.
all right. Bo, I see you in the chat. I see Robert. If you guys want to talk, please raise your hand. I also see Professional Hater again. If you have anything else to add, please feel free. But otherwise, we're going to probably turn the stream off here. And I also have a podcast to record. So my voice is gonna get a workout today. Okay, I think we're done. All right. So everybody, thank you for joining in the YouTube chat, for participating and watching the race. It was a fantastic race. There was some great action. Congratulations. Oh, Robert Volt just gets in under the wire with the hand raise. Greetings, Robert. Paging Dr. Robert Volt. Oh, your server muted. I don't know if I can help you with that. Okay. Well, give us the text rundown of what you want to talk about, because I don't believe I can actually unmute you. I don't have permissions. Gonna get a little novel here describing his race. I think I'll read it out to the stream. Began in 19th position. The first two laps was troublesome. I got back to 30th, clawed my way through the field up to, I believe, 20th position. That sounds about right. Before getting blocked by a back marker and went back to 25th to 30th, clawed my way back up to 15th as my final position. Well, hey, it's an interesting race, and I do believe like 15th is still going to be a decent result bronze-wise. Obviously not a win. Professional Hater taking that over Hook and Bacher, but I want to say that's probably going to be like a top 5. So you're in the mix once again for a run to the title, hopefully.
Oh, good news, I got unmuted.
He's unmuted.
Yeah.
Robert Volt, runner-up last season in the bronze category, lost the title by just 8 points, and in fact, you actually scored the exact same number of points that Jeffrey Bacher did overall. It's just you actually had a drop score, and he did not.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what it came down to. And honestly, to God, I'm just happy to be in the fucking podium.
Well, you had a decent result today, even if it was one that was hindered by action in the race. And importantly, you're ahead of Adam Stewart, so that's step one.
Yep. Me being muted kind of makes sense why people didn't hear me at all during the race, and also calling people out, like moving over and all that.
I mean, I don't know. I find almost on just like, I don't know, in my experience, the people who are not getting out of the way, who are not necessarily aware of the action, not aware of the blue flags, etc. They're the people that are probably not going to be able to hear you anyways. Their mental energies are 100% in driving the car, and no room for anything else.
And blasting beatcore through the speakers and shit. Yeah, but again, it's the first race with a ton of vehicles on the track. So honestly, it went much better than I kind of expected.
Yeah, 47 cars at Zolder is that is a lot.
Yeah, so like
I've seen more, but that's a lot.
Yeah, rush hour moment.
Any other thoughts that you didn't get into your paragraph there for the race?
Yeah. Well, I didn't get to talk right at all loud myself, but yeah, it was pretty much like that. Although my issues throughout the race was mostly back markers, but then again, it's their first race in Evolution Racing Academy, so can I really fault them? Not really, ish.
Just hope they learn.
Yeah, or even better, read the rules.
I don't. Sometimes I find it's not necessarily a knowledge of the rules issue. It's just that nervousness, that panic, that unfamiliarity when it comes to like the actual racing. That is only experience can fix.
I mean, one part of it is experience and being all new and all that, and then there's the other actively defending their position even though they're like maybe 2 laps down.
Yeah, that's just what I mean, is that they may not be aware.
Yeah,
I can
again benefit of the
when
doubt.
I was new and an absolute hazard.
Yeah, without having to rely on really mean words, but yeah, it's a bitch sometimes. But again, that's racing.
That is racing at times. I'm looking forward to a really good bronze battle. I mean, obviously, you, Jeffrey, Adrian, and Adam had a fantastic battle last season. Went down to the final race. You're all back to possibly take that title again. You've got Dennis now.
More.
You got Dennis now as a full-time entry. You got Professional Hater looking like he is ready to compete for an actual title. It looks like we could be in for like a really good 6-way battle, and I'm looking forward to it.
But that's pretty much all I have at the moment.
All right. Well, everybody, we'll see you. Robert, is it next week is next round, or do we have a week off?
Yeah, it's next week.
All right. Next week, we'll be back. What's the track, Robert?
It's gonna be my favorite endurance track, Nürburgring. Wet.
Okay. Wet race. That I don't know about that decision when there's that many new drivers, but okay.
I mean, it will definitely take me back to my first endurance race for Evolution Racing Academy. It was Nürburgring with GT4s. Wet.
All right, wet
Almost.
Nürburgring. That'll be interesting. That'll be a big deal.
Hell yeah!
It'll be interesting to see if the traditionally good wet weather cars shine, and also what goes on. Anyways, we'll see John Spriggs probably get promoted to silver by then, and that's about the only person that felt kind of out of place, to be honest.
Yep.
All right. On that end, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for joining. Sorry about the technical issues. We had a couple of them. And I'm going to hit the end stream, and we'll be back next week.
And I'm definitely looking forward to the memes that's being generated.